But sometimes that same access leads to temptation. And when that trust is abused, it doesn't go unnoticed. This is when dumb employees think they can steal without getting caught, and reality hits fast. This is Tag View, where criminal masterminds shine only until the camera lights up. Like and subscribe so you don't miss more cases like this. And next, if you have an employee whose actions cause everything to unravel during their own shift.
I should have been smarter than that. Because if I'm doing a refund, why you ain't standing right there and get your money?
On August 1st, 2024, in Palm Coast, Florida, police responded to an AutoZone to investigate an employee fraud scheme involving car batteries. They found the suspect in the parking lot.
What's that?
Hey, what? They called you for me. I guess they feel like I was stealing, so never mind, I do the deal with you.
Oh, they did?
I'm gonna be right here. I ain't
You going there with me?
I'm gonna be right here. Oh, you want me to?
Yeah, we'll go in there with you.
They sold cameras of me putting it in my pocket on inside the store, but I'm gonna take a picture of me outside the store once I leave. Or we can't show you that, or we don't have it. So I'm like, well, that's on the one side of the public. But I told them, man, y'all they doing their job. It's no hard feeling. That's why I'm not running nowhere. I'm not to make myself look like a suspect. That's why when you pulled up, I give you what I did.
I appreciate that. Let's start talking real quick.
You want me to stay? How do you want me to go?
Yeah, you can stay here for a second.
I got caught up doing refunds with the damn customer. I should have been caught on to that. You know, that was my fault. I was the fool to not keep the game because I'm way too smart for it. Anyway, the customer been coming for months and months. So when he would get refunds, instead of him waiting at the register to get the cash refund, he would always go and come out here like he's installing his own battery. So they see me getting the money, putting it in my pocket, but they inside the store, but they don't show me on the same cameras out, whatever pictures they got. So I'm like, well, how you show me inside the store, but you don't show me when I come?
He approached officers and claimed AutoZone called police over a theft, saying a man repeatedly returned car batteries and let him keep part of the refund.
Thanks for the light.
Hello, sir. I'm the regional loss prevention.
Hope you're having a good day.
So the gentleman is sitting outside, probably in the bench. While he was working for us, he completed each project refunds of the parts. He returned them for that dollar amount. And then
Hello.
I called the customer. The customer said they didn't do a return. And he took the
I don't
money,
know what that name
have it
is.
all in color, and kept the money. And put it
What's
in
your
his
name?
pocket.
Okay.
This young lady, she's already gone.
Hello, everybody.
I'd like to file charges, but I can do that on a later date.
Yeah.
But she split the money with him on that transaction.
Please like the
I have
live.
multiple transactions where he did it.
Hello, Only
That's his name,
Pegasus.
Haywood, Jordan.
So the
How you
person
guys
would come in
doing?
for a refund, you give him the refund money and you would just put it in his pocket instead of...
Where you guys
So the
watching
customer would
from?
come in, like for example, a battery went out on their car. They
Yeah.
came in and they thought they had the battery on the warranty.
Yeah.
So in reality, we're just supposed to give them a different battery.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't give them he would give them a different battery. But
My hobby.
according to the system.
I have many hobbies.
Like, let's
Oh,
say he
well,
came in and said, "Hey,
what?
I don't want your battery. I'm going to go to advance."
Yeah.
So just give me my money back.
Yeah.
So in reality, he should have given the money back.
Right.
But what he did is let him take our battery and then pocket the money.
Okay.
So he pocketed money for about that we can prove.
Are you asking what's my hobby or where's my husband?
He pocketed the cash and handed the customer a new battery. But what was driving him to do it?
They don't show me outside the store giving the customer his money.
I'm from New York.
With his receipt.
Right.
And then on top of that, every refund, regardless of what it is, it could be a piece of candy. Every refund that is done, a manager has to put their code in. A regular crew member, which what I am.
Yeah, I
can't
know,
do
thank
no
you.
refunds regardless of what it is, without a manager putting their code in and approving it. So whatever they had a sit down with the manager before I got here, but as I come in, the manager walking out of the door. So they was like, well, we see her on one of the cameras.
I ain't
we see
cooking
her
nothing. Right now I'm just
giving,
eating some popcorn.
She did the refund, but she put something to the side and give you the rest.
I know
Like,
you ain't just go in the fridge.
What are you asking me? Everything can nothing be done in this store without a manager verifying. She'll tell you, I damn sure ain't flossing no money around the damn house.
If it's like a miscommunication or a mistranslation of anything, we'll figure it out.
I
If there's
told them everything they needed to know.
yeah,
And that's,
I'm a store manager.
So I know that an employee can't do it by itself. It's too
Did
big.
you tell the other deputy that as well?
Yeah, I gave him my ID when he pulled up.
No, I mean, did you tell him that it takes 2 people to do a transaction for a refund?
No.
No. Okay.
What?
He just came out as we was talking.
Pegasus, what are you talking
A
about?
manager to do any return.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, you gotta put.
He claimed he was just a victim of one repeat customer, but the manager showed it involved multiple customers,
Okay, Matt.
and pocketing cash before handing over items was clearly suspicious.
You happy to say no?
Let's say if you bought this soda and you came back because you want to return it for a flat or whatever reason, if it's a certain amount, like anything over $30 or $40, you gotta have a manager has to put their code in.
mean,
I have it
it's
wrong.
still, like, at the end of
What
the
that
day,
gotta do with
What's the
anything?
benefit of bringing the money out here?
Look what you studied.
Because if I'm doing a refund, why you ain't standing right there and get your money
Yeah.
with your receipt? You know, I said that earlier.
So did you come out here and give them the money then?
Every time.
How much was it, like total?
Well, it just wasn't one situation. This was just like, man, we returned thousands of batteries.
You need to learn how to speak properly before you
The
come
officer
over here
pointed
trying to
out
talk
a key
shit.
fact. A battery return gets you either a refund or a replacement, not both. His story didn't add up, and officers realized he wasn't telling the truth.
Do you have the video?
I could pull it up.
Was that something that was?
I don't know yet.
It could take a minute.
Okay. And you said on here, was there him admitting to it?
Yes.
That's fine, man. Don't worry about it.
Sure.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
No, like, I'm not. Look,
Okay.
am I thief? No.
Pegasus, you keep it up.
Now, all this that's going on, it's the same person.
And you're gonna be up out there.
Like, it's not this, that, it's all the same scenario, same person. I don't know the person personally, they even know that. If you come to me or me to do a refund or anything, I have to put your phone in. There's no way for me to know your personal information, your phone, your name, unless we know each other personally.
You know what? I don't put it like that. But
Okay. These were everything written on this.
I'll tell you that's one thing I ain't having for
So
them.
it's just short, it could have been more, but the amount of return he did since I've been working with, it totaled up to $931. So that was the amount of the batteries that was returned in total.
I mean, so look, man, like, you gotta see from our point of view, right? Like, they're still missing $900-something. The manager says that each battery that was refunded, that money was in your pocket 5 separate times, which totals up to the $900. The surveillance that they have, and you admitted to it in your statement.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's what I told her. But also, I told her that, but I also told her that $931, that damn song ain't go to my pocket. I ain't go home.
They're saying otherwise. And obviously, like, the only issue is the severity of the crime. It's the dollar amount is over the felony amount.
And so that's like, I should have.
Everybody have one.
So it's technically grand theft.
And then you gonna be on my record.
Yeah, I mean,
So this is a trespass warning from this location.
Pegasus, stop being a pervert.
Welcome back on this property, and if you do return back to this property, you'd be subject to arrest for trespass after warning.
I'm on.
While officers reviewed paperwork and evidence, the manager said the employee had prior theft suspicions but no video proof. 5
Hello,
fake
everybody.
refunds were reported, totaling about $943.
like I said, man, because of
Okay.
the severity of the crime, because of the dollar amount and everything like that.
And I said everybody have one.
Unfortunately, we have to take you down, okay?
So what's the big deal?
You start out for me real quick. I ain't gonna.
I'll let you just turn around for me, and then we'll handle this and put your little bag back together.
I ain't running, man. You didn't have to do
Okay,
that.
Pegasus, you out here.
Oh,
Sleep through.
you turn around.
Yeah, just check nothing else.
If you can't be respectful, you out of here.
It feels like it. I know we're on this side.
That's all on.
Appreciate your cooperation, bro.
Oh, man. No, I can get fun.
That's all, man. Yeah, just take it as a lesson. You know, it sucks, but then I can help you.
You don't need no perverts over here.
900 and what? 31 colors?
Yeah.
It's a family channel.
Yeah, Yeah. Fine. We'll be down there in a few, right?
The suspect was charged with grand theft after exploiting his position to process fake refund transactions and take cash. By late September, he pleaded guilty and signed a pre-trial intervention agreement, committing to stay out of trouble for 2 years.
You're looking greedy right
and
now,
fully
though.
repay AutoZone. Check out the comments. You'll be surprised how heated the debate gets. He said one side of the puzzle, at least he's a polite thief. He thought his attempt at reverse psychology would work.
Argentina.
Knowing it's wrong and doing it anyway is even more dangerous. One moment of looking the other way can turn into a pattern that spirals out of control. In the end, it's not just money you lose, it's your career, your reputation, and your chance to start over. Next, this woman let her emotions cross the line between right and wrong, and the consequences were inevitable.
And who do you give the items to?
I don't know.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by.
On October 11th, 2024, police responded to a Nordstrom store after reports that an employee had stolen multiple items of significant value.
Hi.
Hi. So, just so you guys know, the officer is recording right now.
Okay.
So this is Laura. She is one of our employees. We've been watching her for quite some time. And she has taken from us here a list of everything that she has stolen throughout the course of a few weeks. It is $2,205.45. She's currently wearing one of our items underneath her clothing. It's a blue romper.
Okay.
So,
How do you know that?
because she admitted to me. She asked her where is the romper because we have the ticket and it's underneath the clothing right now.
Okay.
So, yeah. This is items that she took today. And then these are just items that she's taken throughout shoes and
Okay.
I'm sure we are going to get that back.
Yeah. And you said you have everything recorded?
Yeah.
She allegedly stole about $2,000.
Get away from the window.
Unsure how she did it, the officer questioned her to determine her motive.
Alright, that's your first name, right? Okay. You speak English? Okay.
Too old to be stealing.
Okay, I'm just gonna read you something, okay? You just look up so I know that you're understanding. You have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. Any statement you make must be freely and voluntarily given. You have the right to the presence and representation of a lawyer of your choice before you make any statements and during any questioning. If you can't afford a lawyer, you are entitled to the presence and representation of a court-appointed lawyer before you make any statement and during any questioning.
Who said he was getting more?
During the interview, you do not wish to answer any questions. You are privileged to remain silent. I can make no threats or promises to induce you to make the statement. This must be of your own free will. Any statement can and will be used against you in the court of law. You understand what I just read to you? Okay. So do you want to explain like what's been going on or what happened?
I don't understand either. My husband left me after 40
Here,
Can you
Mom.
look up just so I can hear you? Go ahead.
I said this is crazy because I never did this in my life. My husband left me after 40 something years and I think I don't know.
So what did you do?
From time to time I took something and I give it to people.
Okay, so you
Make a gift to make
She began with a sob story about her husband, trying to gain sympathy, but it didn't work. She then changed her story, which quickly fell apart as she was still wearing stolen items.
I guess, I don't know.
So what do you take from here?
Yeah.
What items do you like? What type of stuff?
Doesn't matter.
She said don't matter.
No, just to give away.
Who do you sell it to?
I didn't sell anything.
No.
No.
Okay. So do you have?
You have an ID by any chance?
Sure, it's over there.
How long have you been taking items for?
Like 10 days.
10 days. How long have you worked here for?
6 months.
And when did you start taking stuff?
Like I said, like what has happened? Like 9, 10 days ago.
For 10 days. Okay. Now what are you wearing underneath? That they
Oh no, I have to be, I can take it off.
is whose is that? Nordstrom's? Okay. Have you ever been arrested before? You've never been arrested in your life? No? This is your first time? Okay. Over 10 days, you said? And who do you give the items to?
I don't know the people. I just want to make somebody happy.
Strangely, she claims she didn't know the people she gifted the items to. An unlikely story that raises serious doubts.
Are you working with anybody with these items to make extra cash on the side?
Do you know the people that you're giving it to, or do you just ran like somebody just walking around that you've never met before?
I go to my dogs in the park and
You just hand
no, I just talk.
hand them clothes?
Don't be fooled by these two.
You smoked it, didn't you? You smoked it, didn't you? Don't hit me.
Darnell and Anita weren't just crack addicts. They were cold-blooded killers.
I hear it calling me. You smoked it, didn't you?
They were wanted for a string of murder/robberies to feed their habit. They have been holed up in a 5-day crack binge in a hidden corner of an abandoned building.
Anybody in here? What was that?
When they weren't too high to notice activity in the building, they always scurried into a corner at the sound of someone approaching. Big mistake this time. The building was scheduled for demolition that day. The 12-story building was primed with 100 pounds of shaped plastic explosives on critical support elements. How did Anita and Darnell avoid detection?
When a team comes in to implode a building, they will have security there both when they're on site working and during the nighttime hours. Like security at any other building, there's a possibility that, particularly during the nighttime hours, that someone could bypass the security, sneak over a fence, get in through an open window, locked door.
Gone.
With the worker gone, Anita brought out some crack to celebrate.
I told you it was hundreds.
But this time, they were about to experience much more of a rush than they ever imagined. Explosives were detonated in carefully coordinated explosions that collapsed the building in on itself. Darnell and Anita were directly in the path of 100 tons of rubble. In a split second, they were flattened and flatlined.
When these two individuals were crushed by the 100 tons, the massive amounts of weight that the body had to take destroyed every vital organ in the body. Blood vessels tore up, lungs shut down. Their death was near instantaneous.
Darnell and Anita were hardened criminals who loved crack. Too bad, because this time their habit didn't just kill, it crushed. You want to see what 30 years of teaching driver's ed does to a person?
No, not that one. Stop!
Meet Wallace.
What are you doing?
Every day was the same. He'd start out trying to contain himself.
10 o'clock and 2 o'clock on the steering.
I'm not comfortable
This
doing that.
gives you the better control of the car.
I don't feel
Easy, easy.
And end up going off the rails.
All right, stop, stop, stop.
He started this morning off with Elsa,
Just back up,
an 80-something widow whose dead husband had always done the driving.
All right, here we go.
His new appointment was Franklin.
Wait, no,
He'd never been the same since his close encounter with Bigfoot. Then there was Mr. Chin, who was just
Stop.
challenged.
What's the matter with you? You told me to put kind of dogs.
The most stressful part of training people how to drive is dealing with people that believe that they know it all, that they have the answers, because you have to somehow try to get through to them. So it's a frustration above all. But other than that, occasionally you find somebody who's going to drive you into a wall.
Wait, you idiot!
By the time Gina arrived for her appointment, Wallace's blood pressure was redlining.
I've never seen such terrible driving.
I want to call your supervisor.
No, you are not talking to my supervisor. Get back in this car. Back in the car. Yeah, what a...
Wallace boiled over, and his life came to a skidding halt.
Airbag deployment occurs in 1/25th of a second. When triggered, the greatest risk to the driver is the first 2 to 3 inches of airbag inflation. The force of the impact created a fracture between the second and third cervical vertebrae, transecting the spinal cord, stopping cardiac and pulmonary function, and causing death of the subject.
Isabella.
Burned out drivers that teach him. Maybe by dying, he finally got the peace he needed. There's no parallel parking in heaven, is there? Hal lived off the grid. Whatever he needed, he poached. Armed with a shotgun, a chain, and a meat hook, he had all the tools he needed to survive, and all the tools he needed to die. He was too good a shot to blow his brains out. After all, he was born with the Second Amendment tattooed to his ass. So the gun is out. Even though Hal believed electricity was a secret form of mind control, he still couldn't live without his daily dose of Glenn Beck. So he used his meat hook to poach a little power.
Oh, genius.
A fine way to die. But
Come on.
that's not the way Hal is going to leave us. Maybe Hal could off himself by poaching the old-fashioned way. Raising a 500-pound elk with an 8-foot chain can sometimes leave you hanging. But no, the old hanged by an elk death will have to wait for another idiot. Because 20 feet from his shack, Hal stepped in a ditch and swallowed his meat hook whole. The hook went in his mouth and came back out his trachea.
This individual actually self-induced a tracheotomy. The problem with this tracheotomy is that the hole was never unblocked, so he was never able to breathe, and he died of asphyxiation.
There's a lot of ways to die out in the wilderness. Hal found a new one. Hook and mouth disease.
You've seen these competitions on TV. A bunch of big apes trying to prove who's the strongest. Angus thinks he is. He's a Scottish import who will do anything to take the title home. Today, he finds himself in the finals against two worthy adversaries, Woot and Thor. Angus knows he can't win fair and square.
Look at you!
So he cheats, stooping to an old trick, greasing up the bar to eliminate Woot. He still has Thor to worry about. but with some perfectly timed insults.
My grandmother, she could carry those heavier. Come on. Parachute!
And now Angus is going to go for it.
I'm not fucking playing with you.
Victory.
Stay out the damn fridge.
But the strain becomes too much, and the Scotsman bottoms out.
If you have a weak anal sphincter and you have increased pressure inside your abdominal cavity, that pressure can actually push the intestines out through his rectum. This didn't kill him, but he had so much pressure and strain not only inside his abdominal cavity, but on his heart. He died massive heart attack.
There's an expression in sports. No guts, no glory. Angus dropped his guts, missed out on the glory, and finished the competition dead last.
Bored and restless. To kill time, they played video games and watched samurai flicks.
Samurai is a Japanese warrior, military class, and they were trained in martial arts, basically to protect the shogun and the emperor of Japan.
I can do that. Red and Tyler had reached the point of samurai saturation. They got it into their heads that what they saw on screen, they could do in real life. What are you gonna do? What are you doing?
Was it
So what
smart?
are you gonna do? Never a good idea.
Dude, that was my mom's favorite land. What are you gonna do about it?
What started out as roughhousing fun became the real thing. And those were real samurai swords Tyler's father clipped. Today's youth, or ancient Japanese samurai, there will always be a fight when pride and honor are at stake.
Honor is very important because a samurai would rather die than be captured or have a dishonorable death. You don't fear death at all.
Into the backyard went the wannabe samurai. They were in over their heads, but neither was willing to back down. Greg was ready to deliver the death blow, but was cut short by a high-voltage power line. 240 volts of heart-stopping juice finally put an end to the madness.
The electricity will travel through paths of least resistance. Usually this is through blood vessels or nerves. These injuries can cause cardiac arrest, and that's the most common cause of death.
Greg and Tyler thought they could be samurai.
I can do that.
They should have kept a tight grip on their game controllers and stayed away from the swords.
These two available singles hooked up on an internet dating site.
This place is really nice. Everything looks so expensive. Clean.
Now they're on their first big date.
Are you a snake charmer? These are great.
I just like culture.
Ira neglected to mention in his date match profile that he's an obsessive germ hater.
Everything is very expensive and clean.
Earlier that day, he's getting ready for the big night with compulsive clipping, scrubbing, and brushing. Ira goes the extra mile of grooming by flushing his nasal passages with a new age neti pot.
The neti pot is a personal hygienic tool that's used to flush the sinuses of any mucus or any debris. It's used to stimulate your sinuses. Good for people with allergies, people with cold, and people with sinus problems such as sinusitis.
I'm so glad you found me on the net.
Really? Yeah, me too.
Shoshana is ready to cut to the chase.
I really must insist.
But Ira's not going for it. He's got hygiene, not high jinks on his mind.
Feel better? You know how many germs are in the human mouth?
I don't.
1.7 million. It's a lot, right? Just put a little bit on your mouth.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, look, put a bit. Right. What's this? Hey?
God.
Hey, you just need a little bit too. No, it's okay.
After he goes spray crazy with the sanitizer, Ira sprays Shoshana with a disgusting load of unsanitary snot.
You infected me!
Being doused with blood and booger juice
Alright, I'm leaving.
was not a good first date tactic.
Never doing online dating again.
Turns out Ira made a fatal neti pot mistake. You're supposed to use distilled or sanitized water.
The neti pot was full of contaminated water. It was warm water that had Naegleria fowleri, a nasty amoeba in it. It crawled up his olfactory nerves, which he used for smelling, and then it got into his brain, and it started eating his brain cells. Naegleria fowleri is 100% fatal in people who get a brain infection.
Ira knew no bounds in the pursuit of cleanliness. Spraying, scrubbing, and rubbing everything in sight. But in the end, it wasn't germs. It was Ira who got rubbed out.
Tanya used to be an award-winning journalist working in the most dangerous places in the Middle East. But she lost her perspective. She denounced the U.S., became a Muslim, and now, to seal the deal,
My wife.
she's about to marry a Taliban terrorist.
Most of the people that are recruited into terrorist organizations are individuals who feel undervalued, and they're easily enticed into going into another world where they can not only excel, but be part of something that's larger than life. Which would you rather be, a bus driver or a super terrorist?
A terrorist wedding is a simple affair for the most part. A lot of bearded men and overly clothed women shouting and firing off their cute little noisemakers. Having been a spoiled and pampered infidel, Tanya wasn't used to handling anything as hefty as an AK-47. But she wanted to show she could Taliban as hard as everyone else. She should have stuck with her laptop. One of the rounds bounced off a metal pitcher and didn't stop until it banged around her skull, turning her brain into mush.
With the velocity that it had, it was able to enter the cranial cavity, but did not sustain enough velocity to exit. What ends up happening is it bounces off each side of the cranium like a ball in a pinball machine. The resulting death would be from massive internal hemorrhage.
Tanya was just another bleeding heart who went native.
My wife.
She thought she was going to help overthrow the U.S. In the end, she did her country a huge favor by dying.
The thing about rednecks, they'll throw a party anywhere. All it takes is a grill, some beer, and some booty. And let the funnelingus begin. When brothers Bo and Austin roll up, Lula May, a blue ball tease if there ever was one, plays them like a cheap banjo.
I'd like to take you for a ride.
Really?
Show you what my truck can do.
Well, I need a ride home. You know, I like a man that can drive up in a truck really fast.
Do you now?
Yeah.
Two brothers, one bimbo,
Are you about ready for that ride?
Absolutely, baby.
Me too.
The math here just ain't adding up.
Hey, I'm giving her a ride home.
No, I'm giving her a ride home.
No, she's coming with me.
It's all over my dead body, dude. I'll stick you like a pig.
Just like my dumb brother. Bring a knife to a gunfight.
And it looks like it could get bloody.
Don't fight. We're gonna settle this another way. So let's have a good old-fashioned truck ball.
The rules are simple.
Winner takes me home.
The brother who can pull the hardest
Your truck ain't nothing.
gets to park his rig in Lula May's garage.
Are you ready?
Come on.
Go!
The spinning truck wheels kicked up gravel and rocks. One rock struck her in her temple, fracturing her skull and causing an exaxial hemorrhage. The bleeding compressed her brain, and the pressure was so intense it caused her to die within minutes.
Lula May tried to play it brother against brother,